So there are three types of errors: syntax, logical, runtime errors. Then, so in every programming language, there will be a syntax. In every language, there is a syntax. What the syntax in PLSQL is, there is a if condition. Every if condition should end with what? End if. So this is the syntax. If condition should be followed by then. This is called syntax. When loop is there, compulsory, it should end with what? End loop. This is the syntax. Okay. So then every statement should end with what? Semicolon. That is called syntax. So every programming language, there is a syntax. If you don't follow the syntax rules, then you'll get some errors. They are called syntax errors. You write program, but you don't follow the syntax rules. If you don't follow the syntax rules, then you'll get syntax errors. If logic of the program is wrong, then you'll get what? Logical errors. That means actually, my program is for adding two numbers, but you return C equal to A minus B. A program is for adding numbers, but you return A minus B. But when you run this program, you will not get any error. You will not get expected output. You'll get incorrect output. So what these type of errors are called? Logical errors. If any logical error is there, you will not get the error, but you'll get incorrect output, not expected output. Okay, next. And errors which are raised during program execution are called runtime errors. So errors that are raised during program execution are called runtime errors. For example, I declared a variable a number 3. Next one, a equals to ampersand a. A equals to ampersand a. Enter value for a. So the way a value is what? Suppose 1000. But this can take only 3 digits number, but this number contains what? 4 digits. What this statement causes? This causes runtime error. Because when we input the value during program execution, not at the time of compilation, but we input the value at the time of what? Execution. So if any errors are raised during program execution, they are called what? Runtime errors. Example, this one. Next. Suppose, for example, a equals to ampersand a, b equals to ampersand b, c equals to a by b. A value is 100, b value is 20. What is c value? 100 by 20. That is 5. A value is 100, b value is 0. C equal to a by b, 100 by 0. Something by 0 is what? Infinity. Infinity in mathematics, but something by 0 is what? Runtime error. In programming languages, something by 0 is runtime error. Okay, na? So there are three types: syntax, logical, runtime. But syntax errors cannot be handled. Syntax errors, we cannot handle syntax errors. We cannot handle syntax errors means what? If we get any syntax error, then what do you have to do? You cannot handle it. Means you have to go to the program, you have to change the syntax. If you get syntax error, you have to go to the program, change the syntax. Like statement is missing the semicolon. Go to the program, add the semicolon. So if statement is not ended with end if, just go to the program, add end if. And statement is missing end loop, then go to the program, add end loop. Okay, na? Then. So syntax errors cannot be handled. So if you get syntax error, go to the program, change the syntax. Logical errors cannot be handled. If you get any logical error, go to the program, change the logic. You written a minus b, instead of a minus b, change it to a plus b. Okay, that these two errors cannot be handled. So which errors can be handled? Only runtime errors can be handled. Understood? Syntax errors cannot be handled. Runtime logical errors cannot be handled. Only runtime errors can be handled. Actually, what is handling runtime errors means? What is handling? Handling runtime error means what? That means if you get any runtime error, so you want to perform some task, that is called handling. Like suppose once again, for example, so declare x number 3, x1, begin x equal to ampersand x. Next dbms output dot put underscore line, what's that? X. Then so, and initialize this x with what's that? Like 100. Suppose x is initialized to what? 100. So next input the value for x, printing the x value. Let me execute this program. Okay, I'll execute this. So set what? Server output on. Server output on. Set server output on. Next, input the x value. X value is what? 1000. X value is 1000. Okay, na? Then, so, but when this statement, what is the statement? The statement causes what? Runtime error, because x can take only 3 digits number, but here this x contains what? 4 digits. So this statement causes what's that? Runtime error. When the statement causes runtime error, then see that what Oracle is showing. Sir, when the statement causes runtime error, program execution is terminated or continued? Program execution is what? Terminated. Next statement is executed or not executed? Not executed. If next statement is executed, then it will print 100, no? But it's not printing. That means, so program execution is what? Terminated. Next statements are not executed. And also, Oracle is showing some what? Message. Error message. What is the error message? PLSQL numerical value error. Number precision what? Too large. Oracle is showing the error message. And this is the message generated by Oracle. I don't want to show this message. I want to replay this message with my own simple message. This message is somewhat complex, not easy to understand. I want to replay this message with what? My own simple and user-friendly message. Then what you have to do is, you have to handle this what's that? Error. You want to replay this message with what? Oracle is doing something. I want to replay that message with my own message. Then what you have to do? Handle the error and display your own message. That is what we are going to see. Understood or not? Then tell me, so what is the need for error handling? What is the need for error handling? Okay, na? What is the need for error handling, boss? See, once again, this statement is causing runtime error. When the statement causes runtime error, what happens? Program execution is what? Terminated. This is, the program is terminated. What's it? The program is terminated. Yes or no? Okay, na? So the program is terminated and it is showing error message. But I don't want to show this message. I want to replay this message with what? My own simple and user-friendly message. Then what you have to do is, you have to handle this what's that? Error. Okay, then. So I want to replace system generated messages with your own message. Then you need to what? Handle the runtime errors. Okay, then. So now, what are runtime error? What is the definition of runtime error? Errors that are raised during program execution are called runtime errors. Errors that are raised during program execution are called runtime errors. Errors that are raised during program execution are called runtime errors. Example, A number 3, next one, A number 3, next one, A equals to ampersand A. A number 3, A equal to ampersand A. A equal to ampersand A. So value is what? Suppose 1000. Then what this causes? Runtime error. Okay, then now if any statement causes runtime error, then if any statement causes runtime error, then program execution is what? Terminated, and if any statement causes runtime error, then program execution is terminated and Oracle displays error message. If any statement causes runtime error, then program execution is terminated and Oracle displays what? Error message. Oracle displays error message. To continue program execution, okay, na? Then and sir, program should be terminated. What? Program should be, the program should end. Okay, the termination should be always graceful termination, not abrupt termination. So, okay, na? That termination should be what? Graceful termination, not abrupt termination. Okay, na? Means here, then here, see, here it is terminated here itself. Okay, na? This is not graceful termination. This is what? Abrupt termination. Understood? Okay, na? So now, then, and to continue the program execution and to replace system generated message with our own simple and what? User friendly message. To continue program execution and to replace system generated message with our own simple and user friendly message, then we need to handle that runtime error. We need to handle that runtime error. To continue program execution and to replace system generated message with our own simple and user friendly message, we need to handle that runtime error. Now, then how to handle the errors? How to handle the errors? To handle runtime errors, in PLS skill program, to handle runtime errors, include a block called include a block called exception block. To handle runtime errors, include a block called exception block. Okay, na? To handle runtime errors, include a block called what? Exception block. Okay, then. So include exception block. Now, so then means like this. Now declare. What is the syntax is? This is declaration part. Begin. This is execution part. You write executable statements. Next, earlier only two. What are the two sections? Declaration, execution. Now one more. What is that is? Exception. What is this is? Error handling part. Now one more block is included. That is exception block. Earlier only two, na? Declaration, execution. Now one more is included. Exception block. What this is? Error handling. In this, what we do? In this block, what we do? Handle the runtime errors. In this exception block, we handle runtime errors. So here, what is this is? What is this is? Execution part. In this, what we write? So you write statements. Statements causes what? Statements causes what? Runtime error. What is this is? Here, statements what? Handles runtime error. Here you write statements, but these statements causes what? Runtime error. Here you write statements, but these statements handles what? Runtime error. So one causes runtime error, another one handles runtime error. Okay, then. So if any statement causes runtime error, what happens? Here you write statements. Here you write some statements. Here begin, you write statements. Statement 1, statement 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, here you write statements. Okay. So if any statement causes runtime error, what happens? Statement 3 is causing runtime error. If the statement 3 causes runtime error, control is transferred to exception block and execute the statements in exception block. Listen. So if any statement causes runtime error, example statement 3 causes runtime error, then next statements are executed or not executed? Not executed. Control is transferred to exception block. Whatever statements you write it here, all the statements are executed. So that means like program execution is terminated or continued. Program execution is continued. Continued not from the actual execution, not from the actual program. Continued from what? Exception block. Okay. Then. So now if any statement causes runtime error, then control is transferred to exception block and execute the statements in exception block. If any statement causes runtime error, then control is transferred to exception block and execute the statements in exception block. Okay, then Now let's see. So then exceptions are two types. Exceptions are what? Two types. One is system defined, another one user defined. Exceptions are two types. One is system defined, another one user defined. So first one, system defined. There are two, system defined and user defined. Okay, then. So that means what? Oracle predefined errors. This is what? Predefined errors. Predefined errors. Okay, na? What is the predefined errors? Like once again, for example, this is called predefined error, 10 by 0. This is what? Predefined error. This error is defined by user or defined by Oracle? Oracle. So Oracle, this error is raised by Oracle. So these errors are called predefined, system defined. Okay, then. So first we'll see system defined. Next we'll see user defined. So system defined errors. Okay, errors defined by Oracle. So there is one error is there. What that is called? Zero divide. There is one error. What that is? Zero divide. Zero divide error. Zero divide. Okay, then. So when this exception is raised, when we try to divide a number with what? 0. This exception is raised when we try to divide a number with 0. This exception is raised when we try to divide a number with 0. This exception is raised when we try to divide a number with 0. Like you know that. So suppose A equal to ampersand A, B equal to ampersand B, and C equal to A by B. A value is 100, B value 0. What the statement causes? The statement causes what? 0 divide. Okay. A equal to ampersand A, B equal to ampersand B, C equal to A by B. So what the statement causes? 0 divide. So when we try to divide a number with 0, this exception is raised. What the next one is? Value error. Value error. Then when this exception rises, when variable size or data type what? Mismatches. Raise it when variable size or data type mismatches. Raise it when variable size or data type mismatches. So now for example, A is what? Number 3. A is number 3. Next one. A equals to ampersand A. Enter value for A is what? 1000. Then, so here, what is the size you declared? 3. But actual size is 4. So what is the statement causes? Error. What error? Value error. If the size are what? data type. If the data type mismatches also, then you will get value error. For example, A is what? Number 3. A equal to ampersand A. Entered value for A is ABC. What is mismatch? Data type. Because the declared is number, but the actual value is string. So what is mismatch? Data type mismatch. So what this causes? Value error. If the size or data type mismatches, then you'll get value error. This is size mismatch, here data type mismatch. Okay, na? Then next. What the next one is? Invalid number. I'm not giving all like predefined error. There are number of predefined errors, but I'm giving the most important invalid number. So then this exception is raised when when invalid calculation is performed. This exception is raised when invalid calculation is performed. This exception rises when invalid calculation is performed. Okay, then so now next, see this. Like suppose here, for example, so I'm just trying, like there is a variable D. D is what type? Date type. D equals to, suppose I'm giving something like this, 15th March 23 plus 100. What I'm doing is I'm adding 10 days. Just say 10 days. I'm adding 10 days to 15th March. I'm adding 10 days to 15th March. What this command gives? What this gives? Error. What error? Invalid number. Why? Because this calculation is invalid. Why this calculation is invalid? Sir, number plus number is valid. Date plus number is valid. String plus number is invalid. Number plus number is valid. Date plus number is also valid. Means, for example, so I like select 1000 plus 1000 is what? Valid. 2000. Select sysdate plus 10 from dual. This is also valid. Select, suppose for example, 15th March 23 from dual. This is invalid number. Because this calculation is invalid. Because this is not treated as date. This is treated as string. So string plus number is what? Invalid. So this is invalid number. Fourth one. No data found. Fourth one. No data found. Okay, then. So when this exception is raised when data not found in the table. So this exception is raised when data not found in the table. Okay. So for example, you enter employee number. I enter employee number. I enter the employee number. I'm selecting what? Name, salary, like this. Suppose name, salary into VE name, VSAL from EMP, where employee number equals to VEN. Okay. then. Okay, now. So input the number and selecting the employee name and salary. So this entered some number. See, listen, employee number is 7369. Then what? You entered employee number 7369. What this query will select? This query will select what? 7369 name and what? Salary. The name is assigned to what? VE name. Salary is assigned to VSAL. The statement is successfully executed or not? Yes. So 9090. Employee number is 9090. Then employee number is 9090. Then so 9090 is there or not there? Not there. Then what is this query gives? Error. This query gives error. What that error is? No data found. If record exists in the table, select the data. If record not exists, then returns no data found error. So this query gives no data found error. Okay, then. But in SQL, what? In SQL, tell me what about in SQL? SQL also it gives no data found. In SQL, select e-name salary from EMP where employee number is 9090. Then is it giving error? No. In SQL, it will not give the error. It returns what? No rows. But in PLSQL, it gives error. SQL returns no rows selected, but PLSQL returns what? Error. No data found error. Next one. What the next one is? Too many rows. Okay, na? Then raise it. When this exception is raised, when select statement fetches more than one row. Raise it when select statement fetches more than one row. Raise it when select statement fetches more than one row. Okay, then now let's see. For example, 1 second. VDNO ampersand DNO. Ampersand DNO. Select E name into VE name from EMP where department number equals to VDNO. Raise it when select statement fetches more than one row. So this exception is raised when select statement fetches more than one row. Okay, then. Okay. So in this example, what you input? Department number. Say department number is 20. Department number is 20. Now tell me what this query is doing. This query is selecting what? Names of the employees working for 20. This query selects names of the employees working for 20. The names are assigned to what? Variable. How many employees working for 20? Select E name from EMP where department number equals to 20. How many employees are there? 5. This query returns how many values? 5 values. How many values are assigned to variable? 5 values. But this variable can store how many values? One value. This can store one value, but you're assigning 5 values. Then this causes what? Exception. What that exception is? Too many rows. The variable can hold only one value, but you're assigning 5 values to this variable. So this causes what? Too many rows exception. Which variables can store multiple values? Which variables can store multiple values? Cursors. Which can store multiple rows? Cursors can store multiple. So this is not cursor. This is a normal variable. So it cannot store multiple. Okay, then. Just one more is that. What is that is? Duplicate Valon index. Duplicate Valon index. Duplicate Valon index. Then. Next. So exception raised when we try to insert duplicate value into primary key column. Exception rises when we try to insert duplicate value into primary key column. This exception rises when we try to insert duplicate value into primary key column. Rises when we try to insert duplicate value. Means, for example, suppose I created a table A. Create table A number 3, then what? Primary key. Create table A number 3. Insert into A values, then what? 100. Insert into A values 100. Now, insert into A values what? 100. Now, again you are trying to insert 100. Insert into A values 100. Again you are trying to insert 100. Then what this causes? This causes what? Duplicate Valon index. Okay, na? Then you are trying to insert duplicate value. So this causes, because this is declared as what? Primary key. You are trying to insert duplicate value into primary key column. That's all. So these are the some of the predefined exceptions, not all, some predefined exceptions. And what are these? All these are error names. There are what? Error names. Zero divide, error name, value error, error name, invalid. They're all error names. Okay, then now let's take some examples. Okay, then okay, first see this. 1 second. For example, I'm writing a program. Just this program is for, okay, then okay, A number 3, next and B number 3, next C number 3. So begin now. A equal to ampersand A, B equal to ampersand B, C equal to A by B. Print value of C. Okay, print what? C. DBMS output put line C. Print C. That's all. This is my actual program. Okay, now first what they do? They write the program, they run the program, they see what exceptions are raised. Next, they handle it. They don't directly handle the errors. First, what they do? They write program, run the program, and check what exceptions raised. Next, handle. So I written a program like this. After writing the program, I'll run the program. I'll check what exceptions arised in this program. So what are the possible errors? So in this example, possibility is there for, there is a, okay, na, like value error, because this A declared as what? Number 3, but you input the value for A. If the value exceed the size, then value error. So possibility is there for value error, and possibility is there for 0 divide, because there is a division here. B value 0, then this causes what? 0 divide. In this program, so there are chances are there for 0 divide, chances are there for value error. So let me run this program. Now, let me run this. A value is what, sir? 10. So set verify of set server output on. Okay, na? Then, so let me execute this. A value is 10. Okay, na? A value is 100, or next one. B value is what, sir? Something like this. So B is declared as number 3, but this given number contains more than 3 digits. What this statement causes? The statement causes what? Value error. The statement causes value error. So let's see, when the statement causes value error, what happens? Next statements are executed or not executed? Not executed. Program execution is terminated, and Oracle will display what? Error message. Now let's see error message. But I don't want to show this message. I want to replay this message with my own message. Then what? You have to handle the error. Oracle is showing the message. I want to replay this. Then handle this error. How to handle the error? Include what? Exception block. Exception block. Now what error you want to handle? If this error is having a name, yes. What is the name of this error? Value error. Handle this error. How to handle? You have to handle like this. What is when? Value error. Then you have to handle like this. When value error. That means when value error exception rises, what do you want to do? I want to print my own message. Then what? DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line. I want to print a message. What is the message? Suppose value exceeding what, sir? Size. Okay, na? Entered value is exceeding the size. So now let me execute this program. So previous one I not handle. Now I am handling the exception, handling the value error. Now, so run this. Enter value for A is what, sir? 10. Enter value for A is 10. Enter value for B is this. So B value. B value is exceeding what? Size. And what this statement causes? This statement causes what? Value error. When the statement causes value error, now program execution is terminated or not terminated? Not terminated. Control is transferred to what? Exception block, and execute the statements in exception block. So the program execution is not terminated. So program execution is continued from exception block. So what exception is raised? Value error. So value error. So is raised exception is value error? Yes. Then prints what? Value exceeding size. Now let's see. Value exceeding size. Yes or no? Okay, na? Then next. Again, suppose run this program. Now run this. A value is 100. B value is what, sir? 0. B value is 0. And now C equal to what? A by B. 100 by 0. What this statement causes? 0 divide error. The statement causes 0 divide error. Then next statement is executed or not executed? Not executed. Control is transferred to what? Exception block. Are you handling 0 divide? No, you are not handling 0 divide. If you handle, it will show the message. If you don't handle, error. Then error. Because you are not handling 0 divide. You are handling what? Value error. Then error. So what is the error? Divisor is equal to 0. I don't want to show this message. I want to replay this message with my own message. Then what? Handle. How to handle? Same thing. What is when? When what? 0 divide. When 0 divide, Then I want to print a message. DBMS output put line. What I want to print? Divisor cannot be what? 0. Divisor cannot be 0. Okay. Then. So divisor cannot be 0. Now next. So then A value is 10. B value what's that? 0. So B is 0. Now C equal to what? A by B. 10 by 0. So this statement causes what? 0 divide. When the statement causes 0 divide, control is transferred to what? Exception block. Is raised exception is value error? No. Raised exception is 0 divide? Yes. Then prints what? Divisor cannot be 0. Divisor cannot be 0. So what message is printed depends on what exception is raised. If raised exception is value error, print this message. If exception is 0 divide, then print this message. Okay. Then that's all. Okay. You know, now that's all. So how to test this program? Run the program. Input some number exceeding the size. Input B value 0. Then check. Okay. Now this is one example. Next, let's see another example. In this example, what you are handling? You are handling 0 divide and value error. Okay. Next. And one thing, sir, here there are two functions, not two functions. There are two SQL code, SQL ERRM. There are two functions. One is SQL code, SQL ERRM. Okay. Then what is SQL code? SQL code returns error code. Error code. There are two SQL code, SQL ERRM. Every error contains what? Error contains two. What are the two? Error contains two parts. You see the error. Like once again, select 100 by 0 from dual. This contains two. Error code. This is error code. This is what? Error message. This is error code. This is error message. Minus 01476. This is minus, not hyphen. Minus 01476. What is this is? Error code. And what is this is? Error message. Okay, na? Then. So, when any exception is raised in your program, if any exception is raised, the code will be passed to SQL code. The message will be passed to SQL ERR. Are you understood on that? In your program bus, if any exception is raised, the error code will be passed to SQL code and the error message will be passed to what? SQL ERRM. SQL ERRM. What is SQL ERRM returns? Returns what? Error message. SQL code returns error code and SQL ERRM returns error message. So when any exception is raised, when exception rises, then error code will be, the error code will be passed to SQL code and error message will be passed to SQL ERRM. When exception rises, then error code will be passed to SQL code and error message will be passed to SQL ERRM. Okay, then okay. Now let's see one more example. Example 2. Example 2. Then, for example, write a program to input employee number, print name and salary. Write a program to input employee number, print name and salary. Write a program to input employee number, print name and salary. Okay, then so what? Declare the variable v number 4. Next one, variable for name varchar to 10. Variable for salary number 7. Okay, na? Then so declare the variable for employee number, variable for name, variable for salary. Now next, input the employee number. Input the number. I want to print name and salary, but where the name and salaries are there? Employee table. So get the name and salary from employee table to this program. How? Select what? E name salary into VE name VSAL from EMP, where employee number equals to what VNO I want to print. Then DBMS output dot put underscore line. Then what VE name space VSAL. VE name VSAL. Next one, what and okay, then okay now. So let me execute this program. Then so just see this. Run this program. Input the number 7844. So printing the 7844 name and salary. Okay. Input the number 7844. Printing the 7844 name and salary. Input the number 999. But is this 999 is there or not? Not there. Then what is the select statement? Sir, 999 is not there, boss. The select statement what fails now? The select statement fails because record is not there. When record is not there, then the select statement throws exception. What exception? No data found. This throws one exception, no data found exception. Then see this. What it is showing? No data found. I don't want to show this. Instead of showing no data found, I want to show employee does not exist. If you show no data found means they don't understand. If you show employee does not exist means next time they will input correct number. Okay, na? I want to replay this message with my own message. Then handle the exception. How? What exception? What exception you want to handle? When what no data what found? When no data found, then DBMS output put line. I want to print. Then so employee what does not exist. Okay, employee doesn't exist. When no data found, then so DBMS output put line employee doesn't exist. Okay, na? Then now let me run this. Now execute this program. Employee number 999. Then what? Entered some employee number 999. The select statement selecting 999 name, but select 999 is there or not there? Not there. So what this query causes? This query causes what? Exception. So then no data found exception. Then control goes to what? Exception block. Is raised exception is no data found? Yes. Then prints what? Employee does not exist. Okay, then. So, okay, apart from no data found, any other exception is raised? Yeah, apart from no data found, chances are there for any other? Apart from no data found, boss, chances are there for any other? Here, sir, once again, when input statement is there, chances are there for what error? Not simply say error. When input statement is there, chances are there for value error. Chances are there for value error. In this program also, chances are there for value error. Okay, na? Then what? When what? Value error. When value error, then DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line, then value exceeding what? size. That's all. Okay, then that's all. So this is what, like, how to handle system defined exceptions. In first example, you handle zero divide value error. In this example, you're handling no data found and what value error. Okay, then. But how we are handling the exceptions in exception block? How we are handling the exception in exception block bars? How we are handling the exception? By using name, error name, no data found, value error. What are these? These are all error names. But is all errors are having names? Is all errors are having names? No. Sir, there errors are thousands. There are thousands of errors are there. But not all errors are having names. Only some errors are having names. Understood? There are number of errors, boss. But Oracle is not given names to all the errors. Oracle is given names to only some errors. The errors which are most frequently raised, those errors are having names. But not all errors are having what? Names. Then question is, if the error is not having name, how to handle that error? Okay, na? If the error is not having name, how to handle the error? Like, once again, see, just listen. Suppose what I'm doing is, just see this. I'm creating a table. Just see, create table, what? EMP something, 88. One field is EMPNO number 4. This is what? Primary key. Next one, ename. Ename is what? Varchar to 10. Salary. Salary is what? Number 7. Salary is number 7. This is declared with what? Check consign. Salary should be greater than or equal to 3000. So I created one table. In this table, I declared the constraints. Employee number is declared what? Primary key. Salary column is declared with what? Check consign. Now create the table. Table is created. After creating the table, write a program to insert the data into this table. Just listen. Write a what? Write a program to insert data into EMP88 table. And then, okay, na? Write a program to insert data into EMP88 table. Then I'm taking one variable VNO. This is what? Number 4. So taking one variable. Next one, V name. Then varchar to what 10. Next one variable vsal. Next one number 7. Next one begin input the number ampersand emp and input what's that name ampersand ename. Input what salary ampersand salary. Input the number, input the name, input the salary. After input this, next insert this data into what table? Insert into EMP88 values VNO, VName, VSAL. Then commit the changes. Next end. So this is the actual program. So I'm writing this program to insert data into EMP88 table. So run this program and see what exceptions rise. So employee number is 1, name is A, next salary is 5,000. PLSQL procedure successfully completed. One row is what? Inserted. Next, employee number is 1, name is B, salary is 6,000. What you are trying to insert? You are trying to insert duplicate value. Employee number 1 is already there, but you are trying to insert duplicate. But employee number is declared with what? Primary key. But you are trying to insert the duplicate. One exception is raised. What that is? Unique constraint is violated. I want to handle this exception. Then, so tell me, if this error is having a name, you see that in our notes, I given list system defined exceptions. In that, you see that any error is there. If you try to insert duplicate value into primary key column, any exception is raised? Yes. What is that exception name? Duplicate val index. If this error is having a name? Yes. So handle this error. How to handle this error? Exception. Then when what? Duplicate val index. Then print a message. What is the message? DBMS underscore output put line. I want to print a message. Employee number cannot be what? Duplicate. Okay, na? EMP NO cannot be duplicate. Then now let me run this now. Now let me execute this. Employee number is 1. B, salary 6,000. I'm trying to insert duplicate value. 1 is already there. Now I'm trying to insert the duplicate. Then what this command gives? So when you try to insert the duplicate, so this insert command causes what? Insert statement, boss. This insert statement is inserting what? This insert statement inserting duplicate value. Yes or no? But in table, employee number is declared with what? Primary key. But the insert statement inserting duplicate value. And what this command causes? This command causes what? Exception. This command causes exception. Then in exception, what exception is raised? Duplicate val index. Then what it prints? It prints what? Message. So employee number cannot be duplicate. So for example, next again run this program. Okay, na? Again run this program. Employee number is 2, name is B, salary is 1,000. So then, but salary column is declared with what? Check constraint. But you're inserting salary what? 1,000. So this insert statement causes what? Exception. So yes or no? So you're inserting salary less than 3,000, but salary column is declared with what? Check constraint. So this insert statement causes exception. Control go to exception block. Are you handling that exception? No. Then what? See this. You got some error. What is that error? Check constraint is what? Violated. Check constraint is violated. So what is this? -2290. Check constraint is violated. I want to handle this error because I don't want to show this message. I want to display this message. Salary should be greater than or equal to 3,000. So that next time user will input correct salary. If you show check constraint violated, then user, they don't understand this. Okay, na? Instead of showing this, I want to show salary should be greater than or equal to 3,000. Okay, na? Then I want to replay this message. Then what? handle this exception. Then tell me, if this error is having a name, so previous one, duplicate Valon index, that error is having a name. But if this error is having a name, no. Then how to handle this error? Sir, in the previous examples, you're handling the errors by using name, na? But this error is not having a what? Name. Then how to handle this error? Then, so these type of errors are handled like this. What is that is? When what, sir? What? Others. When others. When others means what? Like else, something like else. That means when it goes to others, when it goes to others, other than duplicate Valon index, any exception is raised. If other than duplicate Valon index exception is raised, then it goes to others. In others, you handle like this. Which error you want to handle? I want to handle this error. What is the error code? -02290. Then you have to handle like this. If SQL code equals to -2290, then next one, DVMS underscore output dot put underscore line. Then I want to print salary should be greater than or equal to what, sir? 3000. Next what? Ending. Because this error is not having the name, I'm handling this error by using code. What is this -2290? Error code. Okay. Then when any exception is raised, the code will be passed to SQL code. The message will be passed to what? SQL ERRM. Now check the error code. If the error code equals to -2290, if this condition true means what exception is raised? If this condition true means what exception is raised? Check constraint. So if this exception rises, I want to print a message, salary should be greater than or equal to 3000. So let me execute this program. Then, so employee number 2, name is B, salary is what, sir? 1000. So insert statement, inserting salary less than 3000. When it is inserting salary less than 3000, insert statement causes what? The statement causes what? Exception. Then control go to what, sir? Exception block. Is raised exception is duplicate Valon index? No. Then it goes to what? Others. Is this condition true? Yes. SQL code is -2290, na? Condition true. Then what? Prints what? Salary should be greater than or equal to 3000. Okay. Then. Sir, understood? Sir, here, if anyone asks you how to handle the error which is not having name, then by using SQL code. If the error is having the name, use that name. If not having the name, use code. And so this is like actual. You are written a table. Ah. Okay, okay then.